Here, this is for you guys now. I'll do it for you. See, hold the brake a little bit, torque it up a little bit, and floor it. And here we are, another busy week here at my shop. And now I understand why you guys will restore cars or work with old muscle cars or old cars. They need a lot of real estate. Take this Dodge D200, 1964. I've ordered a turn signal switch, which I haven't received yet, which is what? Way over 3 weeks ago. And of course, it's here. The customer doesn't want to take it. He has to go through inspection. And without the flashers or brake lights not working correctly, it won't pass inspection. So Nick, he says, keep it until you get the switch. Get it fixed for me so I can go through inspection and then I can drive it. So there you have it. So I need more space. I have a hard time finishing cars, but you know what? It's all part of the job. And then I hired a new apprentice mechanic. His name is Devin, 20 years old, and he's all interested in muscle cars. I'm really surprised that a 20-year-old came to me and goes, Nick, I want a job here. And I said, you know what? You want a job? Do you drive a Mopar? You drive a Mopar? I'm gonna hire you. And he shows up to work with a 2011 Dodge Charger with a 5.7 Hemi. And here it is, another nice Mopar. Devin came here during his school year when you were training in school. And well, a lot of times in training school, they send a student to work in an outside garage for any public garage like myself here in my shop here. And they tell them go work at a shop with no pay, of course, just to learn, pick up experience, feel the hands-on job like he's done here. So he chose my shop to do the stash, which we call training out of the school premises. A 20-year-old to drive a 2011 Dodge Charger with a Hemi, I told him, you know what, you got yourself a job. Devin, welcome to the force.
How you doing?
I hope you enjoy working here.
Oh, I love working here.
We're gonna have all kinds of different jobs here, especially Mopars like you have. Like your dad has a 69 Dodge Super B with a...
Yeah, 446 pack.
There you go, you guys. An A12 car, 1969 A12, full 46 pack. That's rare. I remember you brought it last year here for dyno testing.
Yep.
So you picked up some knowledge with that?
Yeah.
Tell them that in school, eh?
Yeah.
They don't do that in school, do they?
No, they don't.
There you go. The real training is on hands job. It's right here. You know, I was telling Devin, for example, in school, you always take apart things that be taken apart hundreds of times. But let me tell you something. A car comes in and you got a rusty bolt that never came off. So what do? Some people say put WD-40, put a wrench and force it. Nah. So this is where I tell them, a lot of times when bolts don't want to come off or you don't want to break them, always use the torch, right? Remember I told you that?
Yeah.
First thing is safety. Second, mechanic's best friend is a torch. So you want to do the job, do it correctly, heat up the bolt, cool it down, crack it loose, and you're all done. Devin came to work with his car today. As a matter of fact, I came to work today with my favorite car right here. And for some reason, I don't know why, there's a slight dent in my fender right here. I don't know how I got it, who knows what, very strange. If you look very closely right here, you see a slight dent. But anyways, I have a friend of ours, or should I say a specialist, who's a paintless dent repair. And his name happens to be Panaritis also. So Theodore came with his daughter Penny, that they're gonna help me repair this, or should I say, fix this little dent on my fender. So this is the first time I have Theodore doing something for me here. He's done a few customer cars. He's done a great job. So I have faith in him and he's gonna do it right now. So I have my car here sitting around just doing some video, but at the same time, Theodore, it's all yours. Do your magic.
Perfect. Thank you very much, man.
You can imagine how Nick felt when he found a dent on his beautiful Challenger. But when he found a guy named Panaritis doing paintless dent repair, he knew he found someone he could trust.
Gee.
Look at that, magic. Look at that, I can't even see it. I don't see it anywhere. I don't know what happened. I don't know how it got dented or dinked, I should say. All I did was go to one mall, was a few people there. And the very next day I noticed there was a dink on the fender. So Theodore came here. He fixed it. It used to be somewhere here, which is done. I don't see it anywhere. And look at that, what a great job. We've finished a few projects here, or should I say a few jobs this week. And we've delivered a few cars. There were just minor works, minor jobs, as you say, nothing very big. So we started working on the Mike's Belvedere or Satellite 66, the torque monster. We have it installed and we're slowly, surely gonna get it put together because we've got to change the a few pieces on it, but let's go take a look. We had the engine installed, but I've noticed that he also bought me new torsion bars, new leaf springs to put in the back. But there's a lot of custom-made brackets made for holding the suspension in place. I've ordered brackets. He's also ordered 4 new built-in shocks that we had, the 2 in the front installed. We've ordered stabilizer link kits because the other ones he had were very dried up, the rubbers, and worn out. So we've ordered that. We're also installing an aluminum radiator. But anyways, I'll bring it down. I'll show it to you guys. We're also going to replace all the brake lines. They're kind of rusty. We're also going to replace the fuel line, which used to be a 5/16 line. So now we're installing a 3/8 line for the fuel line. It is an old car. It's unrestored. That's why we're going to keep it. And we're just doing a few little details, update to make it drivable. And then we had to install the new leaf springs. We got the original brackets to put on it. We had new shackles. We've got a new fuel tank. We've got a new fuel tank strap, sending unit. I've ordered the rubber hoses for the filler tube to put the fuel into the tank. They're all dried up, hard as a rock. They're genuine pieces. We're gonna have to do some repairs on the handbrake. It is a 4-speed car, so we gotta really make sure the handbrake works. So I'll bring it down, you guys can see. You know, we're adding a lot of power into this car, horsepower and torque-wise. We might have to go into future details with Mike, maybe putting on a set of frame connectors, upgrading a few things. I know that he's got an 8.75 with a 4-speed, which is not correct. It should be a Dana 60, but we don't have it at the moment. But anyways, our job right now is to get it going. The master cylinder is dried up. Brake lines are rusty out. I have to do all that. And it's very important that the car has safety. We need to make sure that, you know, when you have a powerful engine like this here, we want to make sure that it stops, it goes, it steers, has a suspension that's safe enough. And well, of course, we have a lot of big motor there that we want to make a good cooling system, make sure it works good. So we bought a brand new original, should I say, copy of an aluminum radiator that we're going to install. I don't know how it's going to do the system or not, but I have faith in it. So one way to find out is let's get it all together, get it running, and take it for a ride. Or should I say, put it to the pace. And this car has been sitting in my shop for a while. I told Mike we'll finish off the other car he brought here last year, which was the 68 Coronet with the bolt that we found inside the chamber of the cylinder head. So we built that one, that was delivered. But this one is more into more work. There's suspension involved, there's brakes involved. We have a different engine built. We built it from a 440 to a stroke of 493 torque monster. And we're starting with just a base 440 in this car. So this is his toy. He's had it for a long time. So he wanted to build it with a lot of torque. If you guys go back a few videos, you're gonna see that this engine was on a dynamometer, doing some testing, or should I say putting it to the pace, and you see what it's done. It's got like 650 torque at a very low RPM, like close to 4,000 RPM. And at 5,700 RPM, we pulled out a 612, 613 horsepower. And this is it. So here it is. So we gotta do a lot of cleanup. You can still see that the car is not cleaned up yet. That's gonna be our next stage. So we just want to get it going, and then we're going to get it washed up, and then we're going to take it for a long ride to see how it goes. Mike cannot come here from New York to come and see it or take a ride with it yet because the border is still closed between Canada and USA. But in the meantime, it's giving us a chance to put it together. So after it went well with the dyno, everything went well. There's no vibrations, no water leaks, no oil leaks. So here you go, Mike. It's under construction right now, so we got the go ahead to start putting it together. And in the meantime, I've got Eugene's 69 Charger 500 right back here. I've been running around town trying to find a shop, which I know a few shops that want to handle this job, that I want to strip this car completely. We're going to do it as a full restoration on it. So we're going to work on it slowly, take it all apart, strip it down. We don't know the process we're going to go through on it yet for dipping or sandblasting. But anyways, I'm going to talk to Eugene on the details on that coming up very soon. We're going to put the car back to its original Y2 yellow. We're going to build the full 40, restore the transmission, put the car into perfect shape, wheels, suspension, and everything. And whatever it takes, we got to make it perfect. We got to make it brand new. And of course, it belongs to the original owner, Eugene, who's bought it since brand new in 1968. And right now, of all the projects I have, this is the one I'm going to study the most on, because this is a full restoration, which I only take 1 or 2 cars per year. And my goal is to finish this within a year, because, you know, you guys, a lot of restoration shops take some cars and they take a long time. And, you know, as we get older, life is short. So let's get it done, let's fix it, and let's enjoy life. And you guys notice that the cluster or the dash is missing. That's because a friend of mine does restorations on dashes, and his specialty is B-body. And since this dash was all dried up, the dash pad was all cracked up, the gauges were yellow, and we wanted to make it look like brand new. So I've given it to him right now to take it and restore it over the winter, because when the car comes back from the body shop, you want to have everything ready. So this is what you got to start with, looking for pieces, start restoring parts, cleaning parts, find parts, and this is how you get going to finish a project within a year. And then I got the engines, which I've taken apart the 454 this week, which is the one from the 72 Nova, belongs to Felix. I've taken it apart, and he told me, Nick, let's build this engine with a little bit more power, because before I took this engine apart, it had 150 cylinder pressure. So I've taken it apart. It is a late model truck motor, like most of the viewers mentioned. Yes, it is a 454, late model, low compression. But look at this. He's got a 454 block, 4-bolt main. This is a good start right here. And I don't know what kind of horsepower he's looking for. So we're gonna talk to him coming week, so I can see which way we wanna go. Are we going with the original cast iron heads? Are we going aluminum? I don't know what horsepower goal he's looking for. And I know this car was running on fuel injection intake manifold, but we're gonna convert it to a carburetor 4-barrel setup. So this is the next project I'm working on right now. And at the same time, I was finishing off Jean-Guy's 440. And we all know that Jean-Guy likes to rev his engines. I've got his engine right here. I've got to replace the cylinder head. They're 452 castings. They're ported out.
Oh. Jean-Guy, come on.
What did you do? Holy smokes. So I got Jesse from Ontario, who's one of the viewers on our channel, that said, Nick, since the head is scrapped, I have a spare 452 casting that I can take it and copy it the way the engine was set up in the first place, with a 214 intake valve, poured it, and a beautiful valve job. So he replaced the cylinder head. He copied the one that we have on the passenger side, and also helped me clean the other side, replaced the valve, ported it out the same way it is on the right hand side, and he did a great job. So he gave us a good price on that. And his name is Jesse Robinson from Robinson Advanced Motive Machine Works in Ontario. Anyways, he's a guy, he helped me out with this one. He did a great job. I checked it out, so I installed it. And by the way, we also installed 8 new pistons, and we went from 30 over to 40 overbore with a sleeve on the first cylinder. We're still using the same block, same engine. So all we had to do was replace 8 pistons, the cylinder head. We did a valve job, of course, on the other head also. We cleaned it out. We went to an overbore, a 40 thou, and it still runs on a 6-pack. And the best part of it is when we got it together, we're going to put it on the dyno and work with it on the dynamometer. But there's a lot of comments on people telling me that 6-pack, the way it stalls or bogs on a dynamometer. Someone was telling me, Nick, use an air cleaner when you do the test. Then I have somebody I've been talking to in California. Nick, we're going to slow down the vacuum on the secondary so you can slow it down so it won't bog on the dynamometer. So once this thing is on the dynamometer, I like to do the testing with some of my viewers that watch us, and we see if we could perfect it, how it runs on a dynamometer. So there you have it, 446 pack, 1966 Dodge Charger that belongs to Jean Guy. And the other 440 I'm working on, of course, to be a copy of the Kawasaki 440, is Andrews GTX from Oklahoma. Here's the engine. I got the short block ready. I've got the crank balance with the eagle rods, 30 over forged pistons, and now I'm just getting the heads done. I have them in the back. I want to get them ported out. I want to do a nice valve job, replace the valve springs, get the cam on order, put it together, and then hopefully very soon we can have this also on the dyno. And by the way, this is the engine that we had removed from the car and we put on the dynamometer before we took it apart to see it before and after power-wise. So this is going to be pretty interesting. And this is something new to me because it's not what I usually do. I don't just take an engine out of a car, put it on the dynamometer and see what it does, and then after that, rebuild it and put it back in the dynamometer. So it didn't make much horsepower. It was 150 compression cylinder pressure. So we did the test, and right now we're going to build it, put it back in the dynamometer so we could see the before and after engine build. If you guys want to see all this, watch our channel and subscribe. For some funny reason, this week I've been having duster after duster after duster. I had the 72 duster with the engine job. I had the original 70 duster with the red paint job. Then I had the a brown one this morning. Actually, it was a butterscotch 1971 also that came in, and another one the week before. So lately I've been doing a lot of dusters. This one here belongs to Stefan. It's a 71 340 duster. He brought it in because the car wouldn't idle. So he brought it here, so I said, you know what, let me take a look at it, maybe I can help you with it. When he brought it in, it couldn't have no power. It looked like it had maybe 20 or 30 horsepower. So what did we do? We took out the carburetor. We had to replace it. Actually, the one that he had on it wasn't working well. So he had a spare one at home made by Edelbrock, not Edelbrock. And he brought it in, so we put it on, we tuned it, changed the spark plugs, and we did the timing. And then we said, now that it ran smoother, let's take it for a drive and see how it goes. And it's a pretty nice car. It's lime green, blackout hood with a 340 wedge decal on the hood. This is the way it came from the factory. But right now he's got he wanted the black rims installed, which we did this week. And he has the dog dish hubcaps. That's what he wants to put. So when he gets it home, he's got the 4 hubcaps to put on. I went through the car, did some work with the carburetor, timing, spark plugs. I fixed up a few things. We tuned it. So I'm sure it's going to go a lot better right now. So he's asked me, Nick, take it for a ride and make sure it kicks ass. So we got to hurry up. The clouds are moving in, so we need to warm it up, take it for a drive, and see how it goes. So let's get it started. So we got this duster here with a blue interior. This car used to be a B5 blue with a B5 blue interior, as you guys can see right here, but nothing special. It's a real driver. The guy drives it every day. Each guy has their own car. They put in their own taste. They put covers on the seats, but it doesn't matter. This is what they love. This is what they have, and why not? Enjoy it while you can. Yeah, I'm just gonna warm it up a little bit. This car has no power brakes, no power steering whatsoever. I'm gonna put on my seatbelt. I don't know this car very well. It came here first time. He's also a YouTube viewer. So what I'm going to do is put on my seatbelt. I'm going to warm it up because my customer was telling me that this car never smoked, never burned the tires. So he wants to know if it's going to spin tires. So he's outside watching me take this for a drive. It doesn't matter. He told me, Nick, just put it to the pace and don't worry. All right. And this is the car you drive, like I said. No power steering, no power brakes. Automatic on the steering column. And this is the way it came from the factory. Looks like the tach is not working. It's stuck on 1,000 RPM. But it doesn't matter. It's an older 340 engine. It's been built maybe many years ago. It doesn't matter. The reason it came in here was for me to tune it up so I could get it to run. So I'm just going to go down and up the street just to warm it up. And then after that, we'll put it to the pace. You know, like I said, it's an older engine. The lifters stick a bit, but it doesn't matter. It's been like that for a long time. It's gonna be no harm done. So we're gonna take it for a drive. We also changed the oil today. We put a 1030 Lucas with the zinc because the oil that he was using before was not exactly the correct oil. So I put in the correct oil because the lifters are ticking a bit, but it doesn't matter. Like you said, it's an older engine. Put it to the pace, Nick. I want to see if we can spin the tires. So that's what I'm here for, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to take it down the street, warm it up, and then we'll take it from there. Let's warm up the transmission and go for a drive. You know, I've been doing dusters all week. I couldn't believe I had 5 dusters in 8 days in my shop. You believe it? Lately I've been having a lot of B bodies, like Chargers, Roadrunners, and Kudos Challengers. Lately, no. I've got also a 69 Mustang in the shop at the moment. I had a 61 Corvette the other day, and now I've got the 71 Duster. Just gonna warm it up. Let me take it up the street and I'll come down with it. Oh well, we gotta take it easy here. You know, it's a good thing that everybody has gone home and no one's around. Everybody's closed shop, so it's safe for me to put this car to the pace. I'm not gonna shift it, I'm just gonna leave it in drive and we'll see how it goes. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna apply a little torque, a little bit torque to it. There we go, let's see how it goes right now. You couldn't spin the tires before, you guys. And there you have it. You wanted to know if you could spin the tires? I think I've done it enough. There we go. We've done justice. Anyways, I should take it easy. He told me, put it at the pace you wish. I'm just going to try it one more time. And here we go. Just make a small burnout. I just want to make sure. And it shifts pretty good, so that's all good. Okay, it's got a little cam in it, so we'll do a little more burnout. You know, this is for you guys now. I'll do it for you. Here we go. See, you hold the brake a little bit, torque it up a little bit, and floor it. There we have it. That's it, folks. I'm sure the customer will be happy to see the tires spin. Okay, they're not the biggest tires, but you know what? You couldn't spin it before. And there she is. Another Duster with a 340. So now I'll just take it back to the shop, have my customer pick it up. Just wanted me to make a little test for him. So I said, you know, I'll be more than delightful, put it to the pace, and there you have it. Okay, so it's ready for delivery. And okay, we have our seatbelt on. And folks, thank you for joining me, coming for a ride with me. There we go. All I gotta say is thanks to everyone that was watching or joining me the ride on a 71 340 Duster. I just wanted to put it to the pace. Customer wanted to see the tires spin, which I did. I didn't want to go too crazy with it, but there you have it. It didn't want to spin the tires or even move at all, so now I could rev, spin, and take off. This is the way a 340 Duster should run. There you have it, 1971. And you guys, if you look down below the video, we have a whole bunch of merchandise that you guys can buy. So whatever you like, buy it, love it, wear it, and enjoy it. And help spread the word of Nick's Garage. And if you have some time, check out our Patreon page. We have extra content and you guys can watch it and take it from there. And we'll see you next time.